weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And this one getting ugly early. A 17-point game at the half. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Antonio Gibson with a couple of touchdowns there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes there's a different intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, Njoku is big tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there, prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Burrow. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second guess that too.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Catch for has been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson looking left side. He's got it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
first and 10. Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. To throw is Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Robinson's got it.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he...
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. From the 30 on second down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down throw, Watson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun to give to Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They give the Chubb out of the gun.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field. So he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Watson off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schmidt. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will get the lead up to 7. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Burrow. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The 3-yard touchdown pass. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
To try again after the sack. Watson, his throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now it's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There's Robinson showing the flash. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back to Mixon on second down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here we go with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary. because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble.